Nyob and hello to all of you. In today's video, I wanted to show you how to make this super delicious and also very trendy butter rice cake. Now, this butter rice cake is also known as Shanghai rice cake, also known as butter tok, also known as butter mochi. This one is completely different from the Hawaiian style butter mochi cake. The exterior is quite crispy. It does have a lot of butter, which makes it super rich and also very addicting and so good. The interior is soft and chewy and not too sweet. So I'm going to show you how to make two flavors today. The first one is going to be a coconut rice cake with a coconut green onion custard dip, which is inspired from the famous Thai street snack khanom, krok. And then the second one is going to be a corn rice cake, which is inspired from our Hmong style corn rice cake. So pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and I'll show you how to make them.
Let's start by making the coconut rice cake first with the green onion coconut custard sauce. Into a pot, I'm going to add in some room temperature unsalted butter, sugar, salt, some whole milk, and coconut milk. Turn on the heat and give this a really good stir until the butter is melted and all the sugar and salt has dissolved. You don't have to cook this until it's completely boiled. You just want this warm enough so that the butter and sugar and salt are pretty much dissolved. Turn off the heat and allow this to come to slightly room temperature before adding the rest of the ingredients. So this has cooled to room temperature. At this point, I'm going to add in some vanilla extract, 1 whole large egg, and give this a really good whisk to break up the egg. And then I'm going to add in the dry ingredients. So here I have some tapioca starch and some glutinous rice flour. Now the glutinous rice flour that I'm using is this brand here. I like to use this brand along with the brand of tapioca starch here because I find that it has a better structure to it, especially if you're making this particular rice cake, than using the Coda Farms brand. Since mochiko flour is made with short grain sticky rice, it has a much more softer consistency and texture. Aaron brand is made with long grain sticky rice, which has a much more chewier texture when it's cooked. But you could definitely use mochiko. It will work just as fine. It will just have a much softer, less chewier interior. Add this in and give this a really good whisk until you see no more lumps. And then I'm going to strain this over a sieve. I do want a smooth batter, so pour over a sieve and then just use a spatula to press out any of the lumps. And then I like to pour it into a measuring cup with a spout so that it'll be a lot easier to pour it into the baking pan. But the batter should look something like this, pretty smooth and not too runny of a batter. So at this point, I'm going to let the batter sit for about 15 minutes to allow the flour to get hydrated. While the batter is sitting, go ahead and preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then it's also a good time to butter the pan. So here I have a 12 count round shell shaped mandolin pan. This is a non-stick baking pan version. So I highly recommend using a non-stick one so that the rice cake can release itself a lot easier after it's baked. I like to use a brush and add in some softened unsalted butter into each crevice. After 15 minutes of letting the batter sit, go ahead and give this a really gentle stir before adding it into the baking pan. So you want to fill it about 3/4 in. They will rise up as they cook in the oven. By this time, the oven should be preheated. I'm going to place this into the oven and allow this to cook at 350 for about 35 minutes. You could definitely cook this for about 30 minutes, but 35 minutes seems to be a pretty good sweet spot, especially for my oven. I like to cook it a little bit darker so that the exterior stays a little bit more crispier. After 35 minutes, I'm going to take this out and then I like to immediately flip it over so that the bottom side here can cool and stay crispy. You want to release as much steam as you can so that the exterior can stay crispy. So as they cool, it's a good time to make the coconut green onion custard dipping sauce. So I have a pan here. I'm going to go ahead and add in some sugar, a little bit of salt, cornstarch, coconut milk, some water, and totally optional, but I like to bind a little tiny piece of fresh pandan and put it into the dipping sauce as well, just to give it a really nice aroma. Using a whisk, go ahead and give this a really good mix and then turn on the heat. You want to cook this until it comes to a boil, stirring consistently so that it doesn't burn on the bottom. Once it comes to boils and thickens like this, it is pretty much done. Go ahead and turn off the heat, remove the pan and leaf, and then pour it into a bowl. And then finish it with some thinly sliced green onions. I'm only using the green part of the green onion. Give this a stir and then the dipping sauce is pretty much ready. You could definitely serve this warm or at room temperature or cold, really up to you. I personally like it room temp. If you do cool it down completely, it will get a little bit thicker. And we are ready to enjoy. So this is what the coconut butter rice cake looks like. It has a beautiful shiny and quite golden color exterior. It's crispy on the outside and soft and chewy on the inside. You can enjoy these as is like this or dip it into this delicious green onion coconut custard sauce. And then the second one I'm going to be showing you is the corn butter rice cake. Now this one is pretty easy. It's almost the same as the coconut rice cake with the addition of corn. So into a blender, I'm going to add in some fresh sliced up yellow corn. I like using the fresh ones just for the flavor and the color. You can definitely use frozen and also canned yellow corn if you like. In with the corn, I'm going to add in some whole milk and some coconut milk as well. And then I'm going to blend this until it is completely smooth. And then pour this liquid mixture straight into a pot. Along with this, I'm going to add in some sugar, salt, and softened unsalted butter. Cook this on medium-high heat just until the sugar, salt, and butter is completely melted. You do not have to bring this to a boil, just hot enough so that everything is nice and melted. And then allow this to cool until it comes to room temperature. Once it comes to room temperature, I'm going to add in some vanilla extract and 1 large egg. Give this a really good whisk, and then we are going to add in the dry ingredients. So same thing, I'm going to add in some tapioca starch and glutinous rice flour. Mix this really well until the dry ingredients are fully hydrated, and then I'm going to pour this into a sieve over a bowl so that the batter is completely smooth. Again, I'm going to transfer this into a measuring cup with a spout, and then allow this to sit for 15 minutes to get the dry ingredients hydrated. After 15 minutes, go ahead and give this a really gentle stir before pouring it into each crevice that have been brushed with unsalted, softened butter. Place it into a 350 degrees Fahrenheit oven and allow this to bake for about 35 minutes. After 35 minutes, go ahead and take it out and flip it over like this so that it can cool completely and stay crispy. And this is what the corn butter rice cake looks like. It's also nice and shiny and has a really golden crisp exterior. It's soft and slightly chewy on the inside and has a really beautiful yellow hue. This one is great as is, but you can also dip it into the coconut green onion custard dip as well.
And that is it for today's video. If you want the full written recipe, I do have the link down below in the description box so that you can give it a try. These are amazing when they are still crispy and slightly warm. Other than that, you can make a bunch of these and actually pack it, give it to your loved ones, your friends, or just bring it to a party or potluck or whatever you like to do with it. But eat it while they are still crispy and fresh. Other than that, I will see you in my next video. Bye bye! Oh my god, that is so good. It's crispy on the outside, it's chewy on the inside, soft but also not too sweet. And it goes so well with this green onion coconut custard dip. It's so good. This one is the corn version. Super crispy and buttery on the outside and very soft and slightly chewy on the inside, and has just the right amount of corn flavor. This one's really good too.